Have you ever sat through a study session, closed your book, and realized you don't remember a single sentence you just read? Meet Pendar. He's 15, and he's facing a high-stakes math test tomorrow. He knows he needs a win to save his weekend, so he commits to 1 hour of deep, uninterrupted study. He sits down, opens the book, and locks on to the first problem. For a moment, his concentration is absolute. Then, the notification ping. Pendar tells himself that checking it will only take 2 seconds. But those 2 seconds spiral into a video, then a message thread, then an interactive story. When he finally looks back at the math problem, 20 minutes have vanished. Good intentions fail when they are matched against the specific mechanics of digital distraction. For his second attempt, Pendar tries to remove the threat. He switches his phone to silent and leaves it in the corner of his desk. Minutes pass in total silence. No vibrations, no chimes, no glowing screens. Without any external prompt at all, his hand still drifts across the desk to flip the dark screen over. There are no new messages. The brain actively seeks out its own disruption, sabotaging the focus it is trying to build, even when the environment is quiet. We tend to blame a lack of intelligence or the apps themselves for this failure, but the true target being stolen is attention. Try this. Look at your screen and memorize this 6-digit string: 8, 3, 9, 5, 1, 7. Keep those numbers active in your mind. Now, while holding those numbers, answer these. What is the capital of Japan? Who is your best friend? What was the last movie you watched? Now try to recall the numbers. You likely felt a sudden mental lag as the new questions competed for space. That feeling of overload happens when the cognitive workspace becomes too crowded to function. Your brain processes the world through a single, unmoving spotlight of attention. For learning to happen, the spotlight must hold steady on a subject long enough for the information to process into working memory. Sustained focus allows that data to move into long-term storage, where it becomes knowledge you can actually use later. When the spotlight darts around to check a phone or a video, the sequence breaks. The shapes vanish before they can reach the container. Rapid context switching physically disrupts the memory pipeline, leaving the information you need stranded in the dark. The next day, Pendar changes his strategy. He stops relying on willpower and starts engineering his environment. He moves his phone into another room and sets a timer for exactly 25 minutes. He commits to solving one solitary math problem at a time, locking it in until the timer sounds. Because the brain's internal spotlight is fragile, it requires these external boundaries to stay protected. At first, studying without the phone feels frustrating. But after 10 minutes, his mind finally quiets down. He notices he is solving problems faster and actually absorbing the steps. Every time you resist a distraction, you strengthen the neural pathways responsible for focus. This ability grows more capable through consistent use. Run a 25-minute experiment tonight. 1 book, 1 goal, and 0 notifications. Controlling this biological limit determines whether you actually learn the material or just spend the night staring at a page.